All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. This is from our annual Priorat tasting here at the store. And we do two. We do one at Cafe Max and one here, and they're in the same month, actually within a week from each other. So maybe that's why our friend Antonio from Tierra Spain was confused and didn't make it to our tasting. Shame on you, Antonio, but hey, he's a good guy. It could happen to anybody, and you know, he is Spanish, so these guys, you know, mañana or whatever they say. Anyways, he's got some good wines, and unfortunately, I didn't have all of his wines that we advertise in the store, so I had to put a few things on the table last minute. You know you're going to get your money's worth here at the Wine Watch. We always try to open up some older vintage stuff that we have in the store from the Priorat, also like this La Crue. And, you know, this wine only got 87 points when it was reviewed, but it was reviewed very young. There's a little VA in the nose, as one of the tasters pointed out, but that in small amounts can add some character to the wine, so I didn't find it as a flaw. Hey, the 1947 Cheval Blanc, very high in volatile acidity, and probably wouldn't even be allowed into this country because now they have levels of VA that you're not allowed to exceed anymore. Anyways, we started out with an entry-level Priorat. This one we did have in the store, Antonio, so this is yours. And the Vega Escal, which has been probably the best-selling Priorat we've had in the store because of the price. Anything under 25 bucks. Very hard to find good Priorats in that price level. This is 60% Carignana, 30% Grenache, and 10% Syrah, aged for 6 months in French oak, and this 08 starting to show a little bit of signs of aging here. Some pretty nose of dark cherry and blackberry fruit with pretty floral highlights, a hint of that liquorel minerality this area is so well known for. A very soft and easy drinking wine on the tongue. The tannin is almost fully resolved here. I like my Priorats on the younger side for my taste. This wine's probably drinking at its peak right now, kind of short finish, but very pleasant. That dried floral and herbal note showing at the end. A very good little entry-level Priorat. All right, the new wines are the late entries here on this tasting. The Portal de Priorat, Goats de Priorat. This spends 10 months in New French Barrique and a blend of 50-50 Grenache and Carignana. Very forward and enticing bouquet of dark berry fruit, fresh wild flowers, and slate-like minerality. Very sweet and enticing, and big and fruity on the tongue. Also layers of dark cherry liqueur and blackberry liqueur. Very lovely savoriness to the finish here, and that perfumed and slate minerality note showing at the end. Nice complexity. Excellent juice at around 30 bucks, a very good value. And then the big boy, the Trois de Clos. This is the Grand Cru of Portal de Priorat, a wine made solely from Carignana, and this is a 100-year-old vine, so these are really concentrated and rich, planted in 1911. Wow. And it's the only place in the world to me where you get 100% Carignan that is at this level of complexity. And the nose here, very intense bouquet of raspberry coulis, red licorice, an array of exotic floral notes and spice, incense, that liquorel slate minerality showing. Thick and juicy on the tongue, which Carignan tends to be a little on the light side, but this wine, because of the old vines, just has incredible intensity, kind of a silky, velvety texture on the tongue, very rich, but very fresh also, something this varietal is very well known for, a long finish, very nice, pretty floral notes and exotic spice showing all the way to the end. This was my wine of the night. Killer juice, and 100 bucks it should be. All right, the Bodegas Mas Alta La Crue. These vines are more than 80 years old. Actually, in the bottle, it says 100 years old. And it's a blend of Carignan Grenache with a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon in the blend, 15%. And wow, just really big. Their Grenache really showing through here. Really juicy berry pie fruit. Like I said, a little bit of VA, a little bit of sweet balsamic showing there, but not off-putting at all. Lovely exotic spice, black licorice, a host of that liquorel minerality showing through, some toasty, smoky notes. A big wine on the tongue. This wine still has wonderful concentration, wonderful depth of flavors, very intense, but still lovely freshness. This wine needed a couple years to really come together, but now it is most excellent, as it should be at $137.50, the most expensive wine on the table. All right, that's what we had to drink with, well, the Wine Watch table, we'll call it, at the Priorat tasting. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.